I should say yebo. One more time. One more time. Sanibonani. Dumelang. Welcome to Lebu's Backpackers. This place here is the pride of the people of Soweto. This place has shown us that it's possible. From nothing, Lebu used to sell crafts to tourists near Mandela's house. And the kind of tourism at that time was not a tourism that gave the people of Soweto an opportunity to tell their stories. The buses came from Soweto, Johannesburg, when they stole it in Disney.
Welcome to Brian.
And we are going to sing the original version, Imbumbe. So guys, don't look at the experience, also be part of the experience. If you have any dance moves, come here, show us your dance moves. So let's get the rhythm going. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah. Come on guys, come on guys, come on. Clap the snaps. Soweto? Does anyone know what Soweto stands for?
Rebecca.
Rebecca?
Yeah, Rebecca knows.
Southwestern, thank you so much.
Here to help.
Thank you. Nice one. Western townships. All right. But then again, guys, whatever we see today never existed before. Soweto was found because Johannesburg was found. So if you look on your left, you can see the Table Mountain. Soweto Table Mountain. All right. So guys, the mountain over there, that's not natural. That's artificial, fake, from the gold. So remember, 1886, the gold was found in Johannesburg by an Australian prospector, George Harrison. Some know the Beatle guys. George Harrison from the Beatles. Yeah, but not that one, guys. It was just a prospector. And then again, when the city, obviously, or when the gold was found, that led to the rush. So everyone all over the world, they came running for the opportunity because of the influx over the years. 1903, 1904, unfortunately, a disease broke out, the bubonic plague. The very disease was used now as an excuse to move everyone out. However, the first group of African people were brought southwest in 1905. And that's how, or that's when Soweto started. When Soweto started was 1905, informal settlement. The first brick house was built 1934. The first brick house was built 1934. The present day, the community, we call it Orlando. We have Orlando East, around the stadium and those towers. See the Eiffel Tower? Orlando East. And later in the 40s, the red orange roof came about. The Orlando West. Right, yeah, just like that, guys. Okay? So guys, please remember South Africa. We have 12 official languages. 11 are spoken. And 1 is a sign language. So when you see guys using signs, they don't think those are gang signs. Okay? Yeah, hola hola. You know, some they do it like this. Hola sevens. Yeah, I remember one guy from Tennessee was like, hey my man, is that a gun sign? I said, no. No, 7. I said, but then explain, what's this with this? I said, it's 7, my man. I said, no, it doesn't make sense. So 7 for what? 7 days. I said, thank you very much. 7 days. I said, but just 7 days. I said, no. So guys, when you see most people saying, hola 7, they're saying, hello my brother, hello my sister. Remember, God created heaven and earth in 7 days. It might not be okay today, but the 7 days coming, it will be fine. All right. So you see the 7. Then also again, you're going to see most people utilizing those signs on the main busy road. You know, the taxi. I think you guys familiar with our taxi, the white van with South African colors on the side. So when you commute, you give a sign. You don't say taxi, taxi. No, you just give a sign. When I go to the city, you point up. Means you're going to the skyline, the city, the buildings. If you point down like this, it means you're going locally. And we have Orlando West. All right. Orlando East. The crossroad. The shopping center. The hospital. The train station. State Park. So those are the signs, guys, that we use, you know. The taxi stop, you jump inside, it takes you there. But Zulu is the most dominant, most spoken language. Sanibonani! Yeah. Sanibonani? Yeah. All right, so please guys, don't forget to use that. People of the townships are waiting for you. You know, say Sanibonani, say yebo. Say, guy, this guy belongs here. You know? So guys, not only Zulu is spoken here, not everyone is Zulu. They can speak Zulu. People are extremely multilingual here. Do you have any Xhosa here? Xhosa? Xhosa? Aw, Mkhaya. Njani wethu? Yeah. All right. So remember, guys, the Tikings. Now remember the Khoi and the Sen, the indigenous people of this Soweto. But it's not the whole Soweto. Soweto goes beyond than what we can see. It goes beyond than what we can see. Anyone to roughly guess the population? Anyone? I owe you champagne. Don't Perignon. You said the Veuve Clicquot or Moet. I don't know. You know we love beer. Oh, Ombot, the African beer. Yeah, you know. So yes, guys, 3 million people, still underrated because many people, obviously daily, they still come. You know, our fellow brothers and sisters from the neighboring countries, and they come home. You know, so officially they say it's 3 million, but we know, we live here, it's more than that. The size is 210 square kilometers. 210 square kilometers. However, this will be the first formal township, Orlando, divided into two. Orlando East and Orlando West. That's when they started to electrify these houses. Before it was dark, the only form of electricity you'll find, can you see the tall lights? Straight up like that. The Apollo. Remember the Apollo landing? Is the Apollo light. Yeah, so the Apollo light. However, in the 60s, that's when the government of Apartheid introduced these lights. Not to benefit the people of the community, but to control. So that whenever they patrol, they can see people, they say, why are you here? My brother, my sister, can't you see it's curfew? Because 6 p.m. that was curfew until the following morning, 6 a.m. If they find you outside without a permit, they take you inside. So only in the 80s they started to introduce electricity. Some of us, we grew up, you know, it was now democracy, you know. But we're always in issues with issues with our parents, problems. They say, but 6 p.m. the moment the light goes on, you know, some of you know, you know, you're in trouble. They say, why are you outside? Can't you see the light is on? Then we're like, but it's just a light. We didn't understand what was going on. We said, but it's just light. So we grew up vandalizing these lights. But this one is not me. Yeah. So we grew up vandalizing the lights to say, hey, you know, this is a problem. Because if 6 p.m. and the light is not on, you're not in trouble. But the moment the light goes on, that's where the issue was. So we're like, no, let's just sabotage everything. Yeah. You know, it's only now when we grew up to say, oh wow, these are traumatic experiences our parents, you know, obviously apartheid has brought to them. So guys, remember again, this month will mark a very important month in our calendar, the Women's Month. All right? To all the ladies, guys. Happy Women's Month. All right? Thank you. Yeah. Because the issue was not only race. The issue was not only tribes. The government of apartheid was also sexist. They never recognized women. Even white women were excluded. They said only white males can govern this country. So in 1956, on the 9th of August, women of all races, they came together to say it's enough. From Johannesburg all the way to the Union buildings in Pretoria, over 20,000 women, like I said, they came together, they march. It's 45 minutes drive, but they march to voice out their grievances, because as a woman, you couldn't own property unless you are married to the man who's working for the state. There was a JRA, the Job Reservation Act, to say, as women, You can never acquire this kind of job. It's only men. So it was patriarchy. But what really pushed women to the edge was the Dom Pass. I don't know if you heard of the pass law. It was like a passport that you had to carry with you. The moment you leave your house, you carry this book. If you don't have it, you just know that you're going to sleep in prison or in jail. So obviously police patrolling and everything, that's how they control, you know. Just to share a very, very sad story. One woman who became one of the victims that time, I don't know if you guys can see this. Lilian Goy. You see Lilian Goy's house? So Lilian Goy, she was one of the women who were leading in the forefront. But like I said, it was women of all races. So Lilian Goy was representing the black population. Helen Joseph from London in Sussex was representing the white population, with Rahima Musa, Indian, and Sophie De Brain, colored. So all these four figures, they led all those women. Lilian Goy, she became one of the women who collected those petitions to submit them to the Prime Minister. As she knocked the door, the Prime Minister ran away because the Prime Minister couldn't believe that day it's only women. The biggest question that came out was, is there any men? They said, no, it's women. She said, no, I'm not going to stand for this. She went off. Lilian Goy was seen as a terrorist. She was taken to solitary confinement for 71 days. And after that, under house arrest for 18 years. Couldn't even attend the wedding. You know, in the townships, when we have weddings on the street, the whole community comes, we celebrate like that. She was on the other side of the boundary. So the sister had to walk to the aisle with her husband, you know, to say, not even this evil system of apartheid has power beyond love. So guys, thank you so much again for being here, for making sure you give us this opportunity as the current generation to tell the story as it is. To tell the story as it is. So the story are still sad. The pain still runs deep. But when we are here and we share this story, we share the pain together. So thank you so much, guys. You're the best. Sharp, sharp. Thank you. I can go on the whole time, but yeah, we have to get moving. Any questions? Thank you.
Okay, you said the population is around 3 million.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the economic status of this township? Like, what do people really do?
The economics, like in terms of jobs and everything, employment,
Yeah.
we have over 35% unemployment in the country today. In Soweto is over 60%. Yeah. But guys, the stats I'm giving right now, I'm talking about people who are actively seeking jobs. So as we go on the streets, you're going to see a lot of people on the sides of the streets selling fruits, vegetables. Other people converted their own homes today as small businesses just to make an honest living. So those guys are not counted. So from the stats I just gave, it's more than that. So we're talking about obviously the official stats, but unofficially we just know it's higher. But now, crime issues, we're like, you know what? There's no place of crime here. I know most people, they say, if you go to Soweto, it's like you're bungee jump without a rope. Anything can happen to you. But guys, we don't want to dictate safety to say, it's safe. You're going to be your own witness to see how you feel around here. But what I can assure you, the only problem we can encounter in Soweto today is people being over-friendly. I think that's a nice problem, isn't it? Yeah. So guys, safety-wise, like I said, I don't want to, say much. You're just going to tell us. Hopefully you become ambassadors and tell the world that you were there and people rolled the red carpet for you. That's how we feel. Thank you so much. Right. Anyone else? Oh, you had a question?